Yeah, and I really like this double duelist comp. I know we talked a little bit about EDG and, you know, GNE in this breach, but I do like this double duelist. I feel like it's a great opportunity for Team Liquid to start off very strong with Cam, with things that he has been able to do, and also Kiko with this race.
Yeah, and of course, Nats traditionally never locks his agent in until the last possible second because he's too busy giving a pep talk to his team.
Yeah, getting that speech out right now, but EDG, they're locked, ready to go. This match, this series, and their chance to make playoffs as a whole really comes back to Kang Kang. This was the first time in China that he didn't win MVP, that they didn't, you know, truly succeed in the way that they have for years in that region. And if they're going to get back to their heights, if they're going to have a chance to make it to playoffs, to stay alive, I think it has to come down to him. And there's no better agent, no better map than him getting to play the comfort of this Neon, in my opinion, for him to find that form again.
It's not only, you know, starting strong for the side of EDG, but being able to stay strong. We talked about, you know, that first match that they played against Energy, they had the lead. They had an 11-3 lead, and they completely lose it. So, I mean, can they continue with this momentum? Can they if they're able to get something going towards the beginning, are they able to close it out at the end? Because if not, we know that Team Liquid is going to be able to take over.
And the crazy thing is, Kang Kang hasn't even played Neon since August 10th.
It's wild.
Yeah, I just hope that he doesn't take too long to warm up.
Yeah, he should be good, though. On the other side, you gotta look at Kiko. He was so outstanding in EMEA, one of the maps where he himself gets to step onto a second duelist role that he's always been great on.
My favorite thing is he always talks about how he doesn't see himself as a controller player, and he still thinks that he's a duelist player. He's not wrong, but I think no matter what he plays, he looks great. One of our teams after this match will be hopping on a plane, but guess who just hopped off a plane and is joining us here in Paris? It's Brandon Saito.
Yeah, very excited to be here as well to watch two of these teams facing elimination, which we weren't really expecting whatsoever, honestly.
No,
the caliber that we've seen
early
from both of them, and especially not this early, but it is the earliest possible point that we're seeing one of these teams being sent home. Team Liquid, our #1 seed from EMEA, and they're facing off against EDG, our former champs from 2024. Both of them in a tough spot here, but both of them looking to use the other one as that stepping stone to continue that lifeline for the final hurrah of the year.
There's a possibility of an early clash here towards mid at the very beginning on the pistol. EDG perhaps looking to take a bit of control. Three-player push silently.
Kang Kang is going to be feeling a bit of that heat now forwards as well. GNE trying to set him up, and it's beautiful! Picture perfect with the U-tail camo! Straight from behind. Will answer them straight back with that backstab. We're not anticipating it. Taking shots from all sorts of angles. Heavy hits occurred.
And he has a read on where nobody is. He just hasn't quite anticipated him slinking into that attacker's spawn. So the map fully penetrated by the defenders here. Nobody's in a weird scenario, but he's got a great info position for if they decide to end this one towards A.
But he's going to be finding that target acquired. Nats going down. That's a spike drop down into spawn, and now everything's revealed. Camo. Got to get a move on, got to get a step on, but a TP as well. It's a quick evacuation. He's found himself an open sight.
Yeah, that's not bad. He should have a great idea of where nobody's coming from and the timing that he's going for as well. But a double-up play, nobody and Chishu holding hands and should be able to trade out.
Yeah, in all likelihood, Camo's going to have to pop off. Pull off some unreal shots, I think, to earn himself a way out of this one here. Chichu and nobody taking it with diligence. Side by side, waiting for the shot down. Rebounds against the back here. Jenny needs to be covered towards a degree, but that, yeah, just a slight peek out. And the head is all that nobody needs to see. Rips it clean off for winning an early pistol round.
Well, that's a great start for EDG. And also, when the desk was talking about, is GNE going to be able to find value here on the breach? Well, the stun instantly caught onto a few players up towards Tiles here, didn't it? Really nice collection onto Kiko and Paditek. And I do like the protocol from Camo. I think this is a really nice idea of being able to TP behind them. Nice! To backstab the push down mid. Still, EDG able to recover with a very proactive push from nobody. It sets them up with the Outlaw, with the 3 Bulldogs. With the early lead here on this map.
Yeah, nice and healthy.
I mean, we've seen some astonishing leads be tossed away, though, for EDG.
Yep, definitely so. I mean, we think back to Abyss.
Yeah, we'll talk about that more as the second map comes out. Now, Team Liquid, they don't appear to be playing the game.
Gone for the AFK strat. Yeah. Knives out, in spawn.
I've seen this in my ranked games.
Almost feels like a tech pause brewing.
Now, if this was Abyss, I'd be saying, you know,
right.
You know, they're going to jump off the map, but you
don't
really have the large cliffs in Los Angeles.
Perhaps, maybe, yeah, you don't really. I mean, Dispute calling for something, but something is definitely wrong because they're not playing the game.
They don't appear to be trying to
I mean, I know
win.
we're in EMEA, and EMEA rank this is kind of par for the course if you lose the pistol round. You just sit and spawn, right? That's what I understand.
The amount of people that have been leaving my games after losing the pistol round, yeah, I think you're right with that one.
Yeah, but this is not normal. So we'll see. Timer will tick down. Any other podcast conversations you want to go over?
Yeah, well, I think actually it does give us a little bit of time to just talk about the wider picture between these two regions too.
Yep.
Because while our desk is pretty split on who the favorite is in this match, and it's pretty reasonable to say it could be EDG, as we see a drone coming out from nobody to try
He's like, what's going on, man? What's happening?
But at this Champs, China's yet to win a map. Like,
Yeah.
VCT CN has not won a map. They've gone 0-8 to open up. EMEA are already with 2 teams through to playoffs, and this is the #1 seed, Liquid, in a bizarre scenario where we see both of these 2 teams facing elimination right at the start. I mean, top EMEA seed and last year's Champs winners, one of them is going to be going home in last place. That's remarkable.
Unheard of for their own expectations. I mean, we'd heard it from a few of the Team Liquid players. Kiko himself talking about it, you know.
Bit of a melons round this one, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, we're gonna get to the bottom of it, I'm sure. Finding out. I mean,
losing to the timer in round 2. Such a bad omen for Liquid.
Yeah.
Such a bad omen.
Someone on Team Liquid has been chirping about an issue, but didn't get the pause they were looking for. But maybe they will now.
Yeah, it does.
As they just waited out that one down to the clock.
Does appear to be the case.
This is going to be a long pause as well, because that's probably going to be a round remade.
One would imagine.
If I'm in, yeah.
One would imagine.
If I want to peel back the curtain.
Yeah, usually it's based on whether any damage has been done, and nobody on Team Liquid left the spawn, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, even if it isn't a round reset, you're not expected to win the second round follow-up, but a bit of ice there for Kang Kang. He doesn't look particularly impressed that this is how the game's begun. He's doing the Aspas routine. Kang Kang's such an interesting player too, because you're seeing him on Neon to start out here. You heard it from the desk as well. It's not something he's been playing recently.
No.
It's an amazing agent for him. He's fantastic on the Neon. His stats are, ridiculously good. But his focus recently has been on trying to get his Yoru up to scratch. And he's been playing a ton of that to try to get his Yoru to a good level. He didn't want to play any of it at the beginning of the year. They had nobody playing Yoru. I mean, literally the player. But they also, I mean, reports were early on that they thought Simon might want to play it. And
which is crazy stuff. I mean,
kicked from the team in a ball of flames, and Jenny's come in and played a little bit of the Yoru too. But they have been focused in the last couple of months, I would say, maybe just the last month, of just putting Kang Kang very heavily in the Yoru position.
Shoring it up.
Yeah, and he's looked pretty decent there. You'll see him playing on it later on in the series, but not in map 1.
No, but honestly, the series overall as well, that player on our screen's right there. That's our glorious leader. He needs a bit of a step up, to be honest. We're not used to seeing him at the bottom of the scoreboard, but there was blunders after blunder. The desk was going over it as well. I mean, we don't really need to go into deep detail with it, but we expect more from a player like that. And
well, I mean, you don't just expect more, you expect the world from that, don't you? He's, we were putting together lists of who we thought the best players in the world were coming into this tournament. Now, we're always wrong, but we had Nats, most of us, in the top 3, right?
Yeah.
I think he was like, fairly consensus top 3 player in the world coming into this event. And the one match that he's played so far at Champs, he had a bit of a stinker of a performance on Abyss against a team that had some really interesting theory that was tough to play against, but then also some really remarkable mistakes coming out on Bind as well, the kind of stuff that Yinsu was saying, in all 5
stepping
years.
back into the teleporter.
Yeah, it's just kind of stuff that makes you think his brain wasn't properly tapped into the moment of what was going on.
Which can happen with these big events when you get onto the big stage.
Of course. But you don't expect it from players as experienced.
No, but I mean, form factor can be really important coming into it. Yeah.
You expect it. I mean, the attention really is on the more rookie players, of which Team Liquid have. You could look towards somebody like Camo, for example, as not having the same level of experience. But I think on the other side, Jenny is somebody that you're really looking towards as somebody that needs to step up and play their best for EDG, because he's had a couple of wobbles in some big matches this year, and that follows the, I suppose, more conventional trend of rookie player in big performance moments. But there's just been so many rookies who've performed great whenever they've come to international events that it's not a cut and dry narrative like that.
Well, Josh, that was the entire playbook really written out in terms of talking points.
Don't worry, I got more.
You got more?
I got more.
That's crazy work.
Yeah, I mean, you want to
Don't
talk
come back
Nats?
to our cams. I'm stripping off. It's hot up here.
You want to talk Nats Chishu?
Nats Chicho is a fantastic one, to be honest. I mean, you talk about this player like Nats, but he has been a trendsetter from the get-go in VCT.
Yeah,
the inspiration for multiple players, including one who's on the opposite end of the stage.
I think Kang Kang, the player that's on your screen right now, could be given a lot of credit for reinventing the way that people played with the attack side op.
Sure.
Now, if you want to talk about an entire role of Sentinel being rewritten entirely, it's early days, of course, but at Masters Berlin 2021, nobody played Sentinel the same again after they witnessed...
Not after Nats came out.
Yeah, after they witnessed Nats just absolutely destroying people. And Chichu was one of those players that got absolutely inspired by that, and now the two of them have gone from, you know, Chichu was looking at Nats as an idol, now looking at him as a rival, and also possibly an inspiration in terms of calling too, because that's somewhere that Nats has taken to that remarkably well. A lot of people are talking about how difficult it is to call as a Sentinel, because if you're on a lurk island, you're not really getting the information in the same way that you might if you're playing Initiator for the team.
Yeah.
But Nats does such an incredible job of calling for this team. I mean, his leadership skills are fantastic, but also the way that he calls in order to put himself into good positions is remarkable for a Sentinel IGL. And I think Chishu might be trying to emulate some of that, but I haven't seen the same flourishing individually from him. I think Chishu's best performances were from last year, probably, when nobody was calling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hardcore as the IGL for the team, and now that it's a bit more of a shared burden with Chishu taking over some of it, his personal stats have fallen a little, but you always know that this guy has got insane potential to just wake up one day and destroy.
Yeah, he's shown it previous times, many, many times on top of that. So we're expecting big things as well. Now, listen, we'll go back to Curtin. We can see that they are getting to work on making sure that second round, something's going on. Making sure that it's replayed from the beginning.
Yeah.
Rolling it back just to keep you in the loop. Now, that is pure speculation on my part. I haven't been told that in my ear. I'm just looking at the screen and saying it. So I could be lying to everybody at home, but...
Okay, well, I mean...
That's part of the job, though, isn't it?
Spreading misinformation on the internet is, that's it's in trend right now. I'd say it's in vogue. So I think we get away with it. We're not expecting too much of a different outcome, to be honest with you, from this second round bye as well.
No, it's
not.
But
fist bumps, and it looks like we might be going back in fairly shortly.
Well, okay.
EDG, like we'd said, with the Outlaw, with the triple Bulldog, it's a great buy for them. One that should be ripping through Team Liquid, who are bringing in mostly just classics. But the job for Liquid, trying to get up to Camo's ultimate would be a good one early on. So focusing over ult orb acquisition and then just chipping down some of the economy of EDG.
Let's get back to it then. As we said, it shouldn't really budge the needle in terms of the impact that Team Liquid can really get out into a round like this, just with the classics in hand. But they can do a slow take a mid anyway. Apply a bit of pressure into that direction, maybe go into the V split. Prowler in the face of Kang Kang. He's being approached from two directions, and that was market not watched for. Slight gaps found, and with that, head clean off as well. Bullets are flying forwards with that hail of lead. It is Team Liquid have found themselves a bit of an entry in a gap and a chance to plan over towards this B side.
Very heavy retake setup after Kang Kang fell there, and a big gap in market.
3 players on half armor as well, with that Outlaw picked up from Kang Kang's body, and now we're seeing it already put to good use. Paddy, he's found his one. Looking for a few more though, but that return of the fire is quite there. Now Chichu up towards the top, luckily has that gun differential. With that Bulldog in hand, should sail him away, but everyone is left towards it.
Everyone dies in one shot here.
Yeah.
Kang Kang's weapon was the worst thing to give over to Liquid.
Trex is here lying in wait. Perfect position played for him, and they all just lined up. But what is that? The shot's gone through the shoulder, and he has to resort to the sidearm. Just that secondary classic out, and Smoky will cover it all. That could have been disastrous for EDG.
I think, if anything, it was Trex's to lose there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He got the timing, 2 players,
crazy.
2 bullets in the chamber as well.
Got to see a 0.25 of that.
It looked like one of the shots at least should have done damage through a wall, but, you know, maybe moving or something. And Trex had got a lot of value with it further on. Yeah. Tough one. Tough one. Still, good damage done. Camo 2 away from an ultimate. And EDG not coming into the bonus with quite the same level of aggressive weaponry. Kang Kang, in fact, forcing with a judge and full armor.
Yeah.
And then 4 stacking over towards the A site and leaving B entirely in the hands of Chishu.
Full retake being played for. Deep down in the one way. One player breaks, so it doesn't reveal the hand. The Team Liquid are creeping up past this with a lot of players. In fact, it only feels like Nats, and now they strike. They pounce forwards looking for that. Signs alive. Nobody still gets his one before being dropped. And now Kang Kang right from the side, tearing them asunder. Can't be stopped. A delayed hit. And what a heavy one it was. Kiko is left to pick up whatever pieces he can, but there is no real sign, no real chance for him here in a spot like this. Kang Kang is just unleashed and raring to go. Bonus conversion, if you want to call it that. You did say there was some investment on the side of EDG, but 3 rounds in a row for their quick start and good beginning on Sunset.
And that is a ludicrous round.
Look at this.
That is criminal. Even Nat's cage actually helping Kang Kang to stay alive and be able to get those kills without Trex being able to punish. And what on earth was nobody up to?
Not sure,
Greeding
man.
for the ult orb, but still killing one with a sheriff. I mean, those are ridiculous scenes. And it's crushed Team Liquid's economy early on. There's the classic Kang Kang crosshair wiggle as soon as he's got a scoped weapon in hand.
Yeah, Outlaw is going to be making good work with it, presumably. Smoggy's got to try and lock down this one. It was an avenue that was left open. Team Liquid abused it on round 2. In through market for that B split. Looks like the same idea.
It's still being held quite softly, isn't it? Smoggy came to pick it up, but it's not like they're fighting over market control.
Hunter Fury, where's this one being let loose from? Okay, just from the signs of life that are being poured out now towards it. It's Camo! He tried to get away with it. Smoggy almost second and guessing himself, but Kiko's forward as well, looking for that a little bit of help from the rest of his team. No, it's all locked down in kind. Kang Kang is right there. Nats sharp shooting with that sheriff in hand, but not for much longer.
Now,
4
actually,
in a row now.
mad respect for Camo to try to pull off the fake clone play.
Best time to try and pull it out.
But when you get one shot in the shoulder and you keep going, I think you've given the game away at that point. And EDG do a decent job of being able to plug up those gaps. Very funny moment there. Tried to react to it, Camo. A big ult expended, but at the same time, nobody got it online so early on.
One enemy remaining.
I'm so down for that. I mean, just chuck in a defensive overall if you need to in order to secure the round. And make sure that the attacking team on an eco with market control can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So, a very solid beginning for EDG. And Team Liquid, Brent, one of the best pistol round teams in the world across Stage 2. They were winning 66% of their pistols in Stage 2.
Yeah, right at the tippity top for every team that was coming into Champs.
But I believe I'm right in saying that they've only won 1 at Champs so far.
Yeah, only the one versus DRX, and
Out of
similar beginnings. So
7 that they've had the chance
and
of
that's
being able
really
to win.
just one part of the problem as well. You could argue. I think there's been just that downturn in terms of the individual form of a lot of players on Team Liquid. That's as well where this is a team where their identity is really defined, I think, from him being able to find gaps. They're one of the best teams at winning in 4v5s for that reason as well. They're able to play a disadvantage situation. They're able to squeeze their way into any sort of cracks in a defense.
Well, they've also got really good trading. When you look at trading stats, they're the 3rd best team at that as well across Stage 2.
But there's all these little elements that are just going wrong for them right now at the beginning of Champs. Pistol rounds aren't going their way. The individual form, definitely not there just yet, but hopefully with the timeout now will be that turning of the tide.
Well, it has to be for them. This map, a bit of a must-win when you look at Abyss and Bind. Not maps that Team Liquid are bad at, but both maps that they lost to DRX. And knowing that a Yoru ult is going to come out for the attackers, EDG and Kang Kang take aggressive control over towards A, trying to disrupt.
Real aggro through mid as well. Team Liquid are ready to receive the contact and the play that's happening, but Kang Kang knows those angles well, like the back of his hands. Let loose with the stun as well, just for the evacuation. Doesn't want to overplay it.
Great pre-aim.
Cage triggered.
That's now with quite a job. Knows that there's one player there, but is he aware of nobody?
Very aware, but he just can't quite get onto the angle in time. Nobody just cleans him up. Now straight through the top section of mid as Team Liquid go and walkabout, just sidestepping ever so slightly. It's tepid, trepidatious here from Team Liquid. Gong Ho, they're just trying to really see if they can find their way through this one, but EDG have got this one under lock and key. It's 5-0 for these beginnings. And it just feels like EDG are going to run away from it.
I mean, the game plan here was to try to get into a position where you could use the Euro ult. And they lost all 5 players before they could even have a sniff at it. Camo's the last player alive, in fact.
Nice! Nice!
An aggressive play off rip and losing a lot of the aim duels. I mean, the pre-aim was perfect from Kang Kang. But the other duels are a little more fair around the map, like, for example, nobody taken up against Nats. And EDG looking sharper at the moment. And actually being ahead in terms of the ult situations.
5 ults online. don't quite have the weaponry. Down to the half five, but they're going to be sending this one fast out through into B main, and now with that showstopper, back pocket, offloaded. Kiko's got this one, and he's saving it for a right time to strike. Kang Kang removed from the fight. EDG looking to see if they can seal up that weakness they've got going forwards. It's a quick clearance out towards market. Nade rebounding, shots fired off as well, and finally Kiko is cleared up. Backside control is theirs for now. Team Liquid just with a slight tap looking for that next sign and reaction. Tech is going to cheek you with it. TP into the smoke, but it's the only thing he could do, and it leaves it just down to Trex in that 1v3. Ring around the roses, looking to avoid the ire of the opponents, but still finding, claiming the kills individually, but eventually traded out. Nobody finds it. So 6-0 with even ults being expended. Just the one, just the showstopper, but it is a big one.
Yeah, but I think it's strange that only one ult is invested in that situation. If you're going to try to win a 4v4 after you've already invested the showstopper, why not try to fight with Fade ult forwards into Boba, for example? And they also tried to fight over both areas of the map at once there, Team Liquid. Kiko was alone in market with no extra help, while the rest of his team tried to fight for backside and Boba control. They don't look like they're on the same page, and EDG are being able to pick them apart. Perfect utility from Jenny and Smoggy to isolate Kiko and rip apart one of the best fraggers from Team Liquid. And now the ults are starting to come up for EDG again. Jenny with the Rolling Thunder.
What happened there? How much use his ult?
Yeah.
I'm crazy. I'm not crazy, right?
Well,
I mean, I am, but don't answer that. Kang Kang's got a kill on the bottom section of mid. Chichu is willing to stand his ground, posturing up, puffing up the chest ever so slightly when he sees that presence coming his way, but just blunder after blunder. I'm not too sure what happened with the ult early on.
Has he misclicked his way out of a Yoru?
I don't know. That's bizarre.
We've got to get a replay on that if we can, but that's mad. I mean, I saw them all in spawn as if they were trying to wait for Tech to omen ult deep as well, but EDG are anticipating ultimates really beautifully, and then also Team Liquid appear to be misplaying them.
It's a bizarre one. Walking up steadily though, looking to gain as much space as they possibly can over towards the A side. Full retake being played here. EDG. Jenny just looking to hold this one off as well. Kang Kang by his side. The shots are perfect. Straight to the dome. Sharp shooting. Ordered up here by EDG. Only two left to stand to see if they can piece away through and past this one. Camo's forward, trying to step up to that fight once more, but the blind in his face never really favored for it, and Nats is left to just trickle out of the fight from really just nothing going the way of Team Liquid. I'm kind of gobsmacked.
Yeah, even if we ignore what Camo did at the start of the round, no smoke, no util to try to push Kang Kang off that angle over towards CT. EDG are playing great, but it's way too easy for them out there right now. And again, remember, despite EDG looking really competent against NRG, I'm not taking anything away from them, because that match was, I think, the best match that we've had so far.
1 or 2 rounds away from potentially them being the team in the uppers of our group.
No, it was sick. It was a sicko game. Oh, let's take a look at this again.
What happened here?
I don't understand.
Popped the ult at the same time he took the TP. And just landed it out? That's really strange. Really weird interaction. Yeah, that's a bizarre one.
I mean, that doesn't look like a misclick, but no tech pause, so we continue.
We keep going, I guess.
Answers on a postcard if you know more than we do about Yoru ults.
Yeah, that's bizarre, and I got a feel for Camo. All the Team Liquid right now, nothing is going right, nothing to correct the course. Grouped up though towards B. Kang Kang's going to be lying in wait. Here's that one with the TP. Haunt over to the side, doesn't even... Oh, I mean, the Haunt's just even missing. It's behind the wall there. Camo.
It's a comedy of errors, isn't it?
He's lamb to the slaughter.
It's, yeah, tragic to watch.
This is brutal to watch. Not what you really expect from the #1 seed of EMEA. Feeling like today is just not their day.
Well, neither was when they played against DRX, was it? They're
precisely.
Making some extremely unusual mistakes across this tournament, and EDG, the happy beneficiaries. You got to keep your foot on the throat while your opponent is choking. It is quite incredible, but at the same time, Team Liquid, despite being pretty excellent this year, they haven't escaped groups at any global event. And I mean, if they keep playing like this, they're not going to hear either. So, pretty large mismatch between their domestic ability and their international one for some reason.
Disjointed Team Liquid here. Sidestepping and tiptoeing their way into the A side, just trying to gain a bit of ground into it. But again, Trip's going to be dealt with. Smokes across the board. blocking off one of the angles. Plant needs to go down now, but that's a rolling thunder. Kang Kang straight in your face now with that shorty in hand. There it is, mid-speed towards the back. Quick cleanup as anything. Man, this is 8-0. EDG are relentless. They're not going to let anything slip by them.
No, and that's exactly how you draw up a retake like that. Kang Kang so happy to follow up on Breach Util. To be honest, this is the combo. Now, I know it was Simon, it wasn't Jenny, but this is the combo of, like, style that got Kang Kang and EDG that champs win last year.
He's 14-4.
Well, he's 14.
You can feel the aura when he walked through the door.
Frying.
Yeah.
And this is very different to how he's going to have to play on Yoru, because they don't normally play double initiator comps that super set him up. Normally it's a bit of double duelist where it's more to do with like space rather than everybody he shoots is stunned or blinded or whatever. But the coordination and the way that EDG think about these double initiator neon comps is beautiful to watch. Now, having said that, Sunset has not been a map that they've been favoring recently. They haven't played it in over a month. They haven't been, you know, doing amazing on it. But here today, it's like they haven't missed a beat since late last year. But at the same time, it's being made far too easy for them.
Far too easy.
Team Liquid having to take their second timeout after 8 rounds.
To see the step up from Team Liquid.
Kiko was saying after their last game, we're not even hitting our baseline right now.
Yeah.
You know? And Liquid are such an odd team because some of the worst stuff you'll ever see in pro matches has come out of this squad. Like the ninja diffuses, right? 2 ninja diffuses this year that
you were
Liquid
talking
have allowed.
Historically.
Well, I mean, historically, of course, but
not bad.
This roster has had some rounds where it's like unreal,
right?
Like the lowest of lows. But the general level from Liquid is really high.
Okay, well,
unfortunately, they're just stringing together horror after horror.
Time to turn it around, though. A round like this year, trying to disrespect towards A main, but that fault line will reveal alongside the Tard as well. It's going to slow Team Liquid down to a crawl. Misplay after misplay has to be corrected from here on out. There's no more second chances with the timeouts. Now we're seeing a Nightfall. Scatters forwards again, slight shot that just misses. Kang Kang going to be backing himself out and away. It's cover over the shoulder and he's still landing these shots. Jenny just trying to make the most of it, really squaring up to these fights, but it is going Team Liquid's way. Boombot in your face. Sidestepped ever so slightly, damage through the wall. Paddy is low as anything, and that second shot will do him in. Nobody still trying to hold down. Ground down, and Kang Kang! He can't be stopped, man. Put the operator in his hand, and he will make it sing. And now left to just contain. They realize they've got them penned in. It's up to Team Liquid to make the play. Stepping forwards, though, as Kang Kang once more, steadily as anything. A call comes down to this first shot. Who can land it on each other? Kang Kang versus Kiko. Ever so slightly, just a back poking out, and a game of timings does not go his way. The ace is on the cards. And Kang Kang can feel it in the air. Nothing to be let slip, though. Nobody will seal this one up. Nice and pretty. 9 rounds in a row.
Look how well EDG break all the timings for Team Liquid. They smoke up to try to take the site originally, and because they're fighting for such a long time, by the time Kang Kang is taking these duels, there's no util pushing him off the line back there. Nobody posted on the angle waiting for him to repeat. Kang Kang is just super confident. 9-0 in terms of rounds. 18-4 because he just got a 4K.
Yeah, okay, mate.
I mean, no one's stopping him. There's no util in his face. He is beasting.
Smoked off, though. He knows he's up against the half armor. Vested into the Outlaw for this one. Business is booming, doesn't mind tossing away the operator, and that's that missing gap off to the side. The Util just a little bit delayed and late. Kang Kang wants to get active, and he sees it, spotting it. Signs of life. Paddy is done, finished off.
He's not even looking in the right direction.
He's not even anticipating that there could be that fight coming his way.
And again, the smokes go down. And this now opens up every angle for Kang Kang to feast once more with the Outlaw. But it's nobody they'll have to get through first. On a very deep, very aggressive angle. Not usually one that you want to be playing when your team's up 4-3 in a round like this, but he backs onto something a little safer.
Oh.
And of course he picks it off because the form is just ridiculous right now for EDG.
Reaction time test for nobody. It's all going wrong. Nats and Trex completely split up here in a round like this. You only got 35 seconds left roughly to work with. I'd love to credit it down purely just to EDG playing phenomenally, which they are. The form is sharp, the self-belief evident, and nobody's going hunting. Wants access towards it. Nat is dropped.
And those are raw aim duels that he takes. I mean, of course, he's posted on an angle for the first and perfect crosshair placement. But after that, he's also just destroying. Camo has a bit of a free shot on Smoggy to open. Doesn't land it.
30
I think
seconds.
Paddytech came into this round, by the way, with only one smoke. I think he bought light armor Phantom and one smoke.
Yeah.
Well, now they're going to be coming into the next with, sure, full utility, but horrible weaponry. And EDG have let slip an 11-2 lead on Abyss, but, I mean, mate, that's not happening here.
No, the lessons surely have been learned, and this feels like a bit of a tier gap in terms of the difference between these teams. Paddy takes a deep TP into spawn, and even lands a shot. Kang Kang gone, Raid Boss removed. Smoggy's going to be blinded up, though, as well, as they're looking to get this clearance in order, make sure they have that peace of mind. Smoggy a bit of spraying and praying, skipping and hopping straight into that smoke. That's a Guardian in the hands of Paddytech. Short work made. Multitude of these players, even ults expended there, showstopper. Splash damage, followed up with Camo. Gets them around on the board here, will be inevitable at this point, and there it is, one for Liquid, but it's too late.
The one round they win is a flawless where nobody on EDG survives whatsoever. Everybody on Team Liquid does. And Paddy just kind of wakes up. There does seem to be a lot of this that's coming down to how they're actually just taking the fights, but yeah, it's a nice idea. Ulting into spawn. Nat's trying to bring a little bit of that energy, self-belief, confidence, the things that Kiko said were lacking in their loss against against DRX. But this isn't a weird comp. You can't blame the theory here.
Just everything going wrong for them. Everything's a little bit off here early with the fault line. Util being pulled out. Bit of present showcase here by Liquid. One more chance to get around on the board here, but Smoggy's the one with the operator this time. Going for the double pick, maybe a little bit greedy for it. Hunter's Fury as well is going to be missing plenty of targets as mid is already compromised. Nobody exiting early out of it. A flash to try and set him back up onto a deeper line. Knowing that these players are corralled and contained out towards mid. Chichu is playing gun game as well, topping around before that weaponry. Kiko finally steps up and challenges, winning it out.
An important duel for normally a huge fragger on Team Liquid. Kiko's KD not looking great, but here he's landed an important kill to get his team the site.
3v3, off angles on off angles here. Team Liquid have got a very good setup. Should be drilled enough for it, but Kang Kang just takes that peek anyway, and the bodies are falling, toppling. Players can't stand up to it here. Trex reveals his position. Will have to be a full spray down. Not quite there. Kang Kang, swift dismissal there, overdrive in hand. It's 11-1. That's the half we're left at.
And that is a really nice play by EDG. The jump jiggle from nobody to play in the upper. You see how confident and comfortable they are when Kang Kang is playing like this.
Unreal by EDG.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
Confidence. Set themselves up grandly, really, as well, if we look forward to that next half. Sunset, a lot of unknowns before we got into this map, but now just all certainties. Liquid are the ones who are going to have to dig deep. We're going to send it down to the floor and hear from a very special guest. Take it away.
Et c'est un visage que vous connaissez d'autant plus ici aux arènes de la Carmine. It's a pleasure to welcome you, Thomas, here in France. First of all, we missed you, and I love the look. Paris Fashion Week is happening right now, and I think he understood the assignment. First of all, I think you know we are at the KC Arena, so you know, seeing fans in jerseys, being here in Paris, does it remind you of some good memories from last year?
I mean, for sure. I think Paris reminds me of a lot of things. KC fans, all French community, and for sure KCX. And all the support we got as Carmine Corp last year, for example, in the Masters we played in Madrid. I remember like when we won a first match, we came here and it was like 50 fans minimum asking for pictures and stuff. And when I walk here and I see Carmine Corp jersey, it's just like awesome feeling, and I just feel fulfilled of love, you know?
Yeah, and I think everyone is also very happy to have you here, of course. Donc première question, on est aux arènes de la Carmine. Est-ce que ça te rappelle des bons souvenirs de l'année dernière? Bah oui, Paris s'est chargé de souvenirs pour moi. Les fans qui m'ont toujours soutenu. On venait ici, il y avait plein de fans qui étaient là pour le meet and greet, qui nous ont toujours soutenus, même au Masters Madrid. À l'époque, on était allés en Espagne, donc de très beaux souvenirs indeed. And so far, we've seen on this event so many upsets. Like the game seems a bit unpredictable. Is it something you enjoy, and why is that?
I mean, I think everyone enjoys underdogs winning. I mean, when I'm watching from home, I mean, I didn't expect GX to win against Sentinels, you know? And I'm just happy for them. They're my ex-teammates, you know? But I think every time it's good to watch underdogs winning because no one expects and then they pop off and they just destroy the team that should win, you know? So I think it's just amazing for the game and creates more
Storylines, maybe, no?
more storyline for sure and more competition, and people start thinking, oh, maybe they can win champs, you know, or they can surprise more. So.
Yeah, definitely. Nice stories indeed. Donc le jeu est un peu imprévisible. On est content de voir un petit peu des upsets. Bah oui, moi j'adore ça. Je pensais pas que mes anciens coéquipiers de GX allaient battre Sentinels et pourtant c'est ce genre d'histoire qui donne envie de suivre un petit peu Valorant. Let's see now if Liquid can bounce back on this map Sunset. Thank you so much, Thomas.
Well, it's a massive ask, really, but we do need to see it from Team Liquid just to have that faith in them, I think, as well. It would be good. They can claim a bit of a pistol round here. For EDG as well, on the other side of things, I mean, look at Kang Kang go. This guy has just been... He's had an easy time with things, man. 5 outlaw purchases.
I mean, this is an unusual Coinbase Econ report. 3,000 damage in a half.
Yep.
Lots of outlaws bought, lots
Very
of
efficient.
operators, and he's just been destroying, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been the biggest problem, but I mean, I guess you could say that Team Liquid's biggest enemy has been themselves as well.
For sure. Have to see a bit of a turnaround here for EDG themselves, looking to not let another lead slip, as they did the other day. But
this one just looks,
it's a different,
simple
yeah,
for
it's a
them,
different
doesn't
one,
it?
It really is.
If Liquid at least can win a pistol and get some rounds going, it'll give them confidence for the next maps coming up, because at the moment it feels like they don't believe they can win any fights.
Quick reveal though, that's Camo, poured out into the open. He's going to be taking a lot of stray shots, and Kiko will defend. He has taken Kang Kang out of the picture, so...
Yeah, decent cover, and both teams going for a bit of an aggressive mid look on the defense. EDG's more committed, Team Liquid's a little less so, but no less successful.
Very proactive footsteps made, I believe, as well. Just onto the wood then, spotting out these players, overwhelmed and swarmed. EDG were just waiting around the corner, looking to set their sights onto a freebie as well, over towards this B site, potentially, especially with Camo gone.
Really good awareness from Jenny there, just holding out that stun in case there was anyone playing B main aggro. Those are both of the big heavy hitters you need to be online for Team Liquid. Nats and Kiko fall instantly in B main, resetting this from a 5v4 into a 2v4.
Trax and Paddy with it all to do. Spot like this.
Last player standing.
Already Paddy's going to be finished off though, and Trex just doesn't stand a chance. This is an EDG that are feeling themselves fully and proper. Team that want to deliver and as well want to stay alive in this tournament. Remember, this is elimination that we're looking at here. After one early on in the series, but opening map being lost in this fashion. The Team Liquid at this point, you're going to be thinking ahead. You're going to be thinking about Abyss.
Yeah, you just got to try to mentally reset for maps 2 and 3 right now. I mean, of course, they'll try to take it round by round, but there's a wry smile on Nats' face that seems to indicate he doesn't have too much faith in the 12-1 comeback. The last time EDG went out in groups at Champs was 2022, the first time they ever got invited to Champions, before VCTCN even existed. So every year since that, they've been able to at least go on some level of a run into playoffs, and of course won it last year.
Evolution every time. Yeah. How well they've done on that international stage that you really see pay dividends at Champs.
You can't do better than they did last year, though.
No, you really can't. Unless you win it again.
Is that better? I suppose it is, really.
Hey, 2 times.
Back-to-back is incredible.
Back-to-back is kind of crazy in terms of the consistency. Team Liquid put a stop to it though here and now. This is full backside control that is theirs. They haven't been cleared off or pushed back. In fact, EDG are the ones that are at that player disadvantage. No real control of anything here. It's a flash deep into the back of the site alongside that drone. Has to be broken. Shichu inserts himself, dominating this one smoke, but not one forward just onto the angle. But again, stray shots and fire will come forwards. Team Liquid getting it active now. A lot of damage done to Gianni. Dodging and sidestepping, but that Prowler to Seas eventually connects and does reveal it, and there's a real chance. That could have been a finisher.
That would have been an amazing way to end the map. Completely would have boosted all of Gianni's confidence. Would have been one of his best map performances and biggest notable moments on his first global event, but alas, it slips away just slightly. Team Liquid get their second on the board. Team Liquid, if you look at their Sunset retake win rate,
the beginning of the beautiful story.
it would have to be the most beautiful story for Team Liquid. The little horse that could. At the moment, though, the glue factory beckons.
Oh no, not the glue, man.
But, yeah, as I was saying, Team Liquid's retake success rate is usually phenomenal. The thing is, it feels a bit moot to be talking about that when they're 12-2 down.
Then again, take your foot off the gas, and suddenly can give Team Liquid back in, way back in at least. Here, Spike's dropped down. Obviously, this round is nothing special on the EDG side of things. Haven't really invested much into it.
Tell you what, though, Gianni's one away from being able to get breach shot up. So these kills that he got over towards the pistol in the follow-up round have actually given EDG a great chance early on in this half of closing things. And Kiko doesn't get the final kill, so we're now seeing one player on either side, one orb away from a huge ult, either the Showstopper or the Rolling Thunder. So I would imagine that there'll be a clash over probably the B main orb. Thing is, often teams will not like to do these kind of things because they think it's a bit too obvious, a bit too readable.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I think that would be...
Going to play mind games on top, you go for mid-control if you're EDG.
Yeah. Does look like it. And on the other side, Team Liquid looking to try to completely push out the A main area to make sure that they're in a position where they'll be able to pick up this ult orb. So here you see Kiko coming in with the Outlaw, picking up the ult orb, and now a Showstopper available for Liquid. Not something that EDG prioritized in their attack default. Now leaves them behind in the ult game. We've always got an option of going back over to B, though, because this cam is keeping full contact. They know that nobody's pushed up.
Trying to see if they can spot the bodies here. EDG playing this one cautiously.
And Nat's camo could be up to the task here of trying to dodge a breach ultimate. You want the cam to make contact, so it forces the breach ult out.
Not dealt with, roll in front of him through the back. That was that orb just vacuumed up from prior. Jenny's going to be using it to carve out a path.
Not sure if Kama got caught by that, but he's not going to go for the fast flood into backside anyway.
Through it anyway. It's a flash in your face, but dodged out by Kang Kang.
And here Kiko is waiting ready.
Playing anti almost into the own anchor. Smokey! What a shot, man! Kang Kang to deliver straight from the side, but Smokey not to be removed. So that thorn in their side. She's looking to step up and put a finish to this map. 13-3. That is a sizable statement to open up this series here in elimination between Team Liquid and EDG.